So, you're looking for a home in Southeast Orlando right now. Well, you're probably about to pay a $200,000 zip code tax, and you probably don't even know it. Hi, I'm Clover, right here with eXp Realty, and I've been advising buyers and sellers just like you in Central Florida since 2001. Oh boy. And over those 25 years, one of my biggest passions outside of real estate has been flying helicopters and airplanes. But as a realtor, aviation is not just a hobby. As a commercially rated aviator, it gives me a completely unique perspective. Why am I telling you this? Because when you fly over a market or area at 2,000 feet, you get to see the true geometry of growth. You see the actual flow of traffic, the expanding infrastructure, the exact direction development is actually moving. A bird's eye view, if you will, that it's alive, real, and it's raw. Now, it's not a static Google map and it's not an outdated satellite image. From up there, you don't just see that traffic is bad, you actually see what's going on to get it better. Is it going to get worse? Or what's going to happen in the next 5 years? You'll see it. And down on the ground, understanding that real estate, that information, that trend is worth thousands to your investment. Today, we're going to be looking at how bad geographical decisions can stall that investment and your equity, and why smart money is tracking the massive pricing gap between Lake Nona and St. Cloud. Let's go. So when you look down at Lake Nona from the air, it looks like a masterpiece, all those beautiful shapes. And you can see the massive new 54-acre Lake Nona West complex rolling out in phases and bringing in premium retail like Target, Nordstrom's, and high-end dining. It's an incredible, vibrant, tech-driven medical hub and one of the best places in the United States for a VA hospital. But from an investment standpoint, you're really buying into a market that has largely peaked. The median list price right now in the Lake Nona South is pushing well past $800,000. So if you want a modern 4-bedroom family home in places like Laureate Park or Eagle Creek, you're paying an extreme premium for high density footprint. So to put it bluntly, you're paying a massive tax just for a specific zip code name. So let's just call it, let's be honest with each other. So you're buying into a very high density setup where you can practically high five your neighbor through the kitchen window, and your room for massive equity growth is really hitting a ceiling. But here is the secret that agents with commission breath aren't going to tell you. So when you track the flow of development from the air, you see something else. Hop in the car and drive just south 15 minutes. Maybe 10 minutes down Narcoossee Road and that corridor. You cross the county line into St. Cloud or Osceola County. Geographically, you're still right next to the airport and the medical city. Financially, the altitude changes completely. In St. Cloud, the median home price drops right down to around 430 to 450,000. So think about that. Geometry, right? That is $200,000 to $300,000 difference in virtually the same physical proximity to Orlando's core employment hubs in a master plan pocket like Hanover Lakes or down near Canoe Creek. So it's the exact same budget. Doesn't just buy you a house, it buys you an oversized lot, luxury finishes, custom waterfront views. You're getting the same Central Florida lifestyle plus the alligators, but you're keeping your liquidity intact. Now, from the ground perspective, the old complaint was St. Cloud lacked the upscale lifestyle of the Nona. People hated the idea of driving 20 minutes for a good dinner. I can agree with that. But if you look at the physical ground right now, the trend is shifting. The 95-acre Heritage Project is officially breaking ground right here in St. Cloud. This isn't a concept. It's not a broker's brochure. It's a real-time infrastructure, and it's bringing a Class A offices spaces, the custom boutique retails, and massive walkable dining districts directly to the community. Think of Celebration or Baldwin Park. This is exactly what I mean by catching the trend early. So buying into St. Cloud right now means you are securing the asset before the commercial infrastructure fully matures. So you're positioning your capital where it can grow rather than where it will stagnate. Make sense? So I've guided over 1,800 buyers and sellers just like you through these exact shifts since 2001. I literally started this career with a full head of hair and bangs. And if there was one thing I know for certain, it's bad decisions in the wrong areas can cost you a fortune. So people don't want to be sold a house. I get that. They want their investment protected. So if you're moving, you're planning a move right here to Central Florida, or trying to figure out where is the path of growth that is moving next, you don't have to fly blind. Reach out to me direct. I'd love to talk to you. You can have a call with me. You can text me personally at 321-320-7129, or simply head over to cliffcloverhomes.com to look at the raw data and search properties without any forced signups or high pressure spam. So if you want to track this geometry with me of this growth right here in Central Florida and the rest of the market while they're trying to catch up, hit the subscribe button. We drop real-time market debriefs just like this every single week, so you don't fly blind on your next move. Thanks for watching.